I remember this place well.
My dog smells the banana. And all of a sudden, she likes me. She's like, oh, no, why can't we be friends? Is it Archdruid here over Drain Soul? I think it is. I don't know actually. 'Cause next turn I can do double this and then play the Archdruid faster. I think against Druid you want to be as fast as possible. You don't want to go for max like anti-control value.
The best you comes up to the hardest climb.
By the way, whoa. Aren't they just dead here?
Keep on panning.
That was easy, champ.
I will stand down.
How did you get so good? I don't know, Maxi. Dude, I looked at my friends list right now. Look at this graveyard. It's literally just Jay Alexander, and it's not even like people are playing Battlegrounds. It's just like this is on NA at 7 p.m. I don't think I've ever seen it this bad. Like so few of my friends are playing. Looks so good. Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. Look, Maxi, I can bear the suffering right now. At the end of the day, I'm worried about job security. And I'm just always afraid when you have like giant lulls, you know? It's like that people find new hobbies. Chat, like, my goal as a streamer is like the way I would approach a relationship. You know, I want to be good enough that people are too lazy to find someone better. Like, oh, they found out Warcraft 3 is fun, or they go like watch Minecraft. You know, last thing I want is people to like find another game to watch. You know, I want them to be just comfortable enough where they're like, you know, I'm not really happy, but you know, the world is scary, so I'm just gonna stay with this person. You know. Yeah, I mean, I think once November hits, I'll be popping. It'll be popping again, Maxi. But yeah, I think I'm doing fine overall. Like but it's just you have. It's more just that like existential fear, kind of the same fear a lot of people are feeling in society as a whole, like with like AI and the political tensions. You know. But
versus the Lich King.
In death. My power is unlimited.
I'll stop watching when you stop streaming. Is the real question? That's what I'm hoping they can't. I don't know. Dude, you know, like I really wish they had just brought back Renthal in October. Like last October, because of the Renthal and the big spell mage, my viewership was crazy good. I got my first #2 legend finish. October last year was a great month. This October is like depressing, you know?
I remember this place well.
You could probably stream online hearts. I don't think so. Every day I've been terrible for 6 years. Ooh, we can just go Eliza here. Right? I'm a little scared of like a good 5-mana location. I'm gonna do something weird here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of, this kind of play. There's a lot of damage.
Hoist the colors.
My hair's done fix. They made some good cards this time. Okay. You know, Chad, I've been working really hard on my book. We're at the last stages, and like delusion, NoHandsGamer is thinking, okay, this game's gonna die, but as the game dies, my book career will take off, and instead of gamer, I'll be the no hands reader. You know. Pretty good, right? Pretty good turn. Turn 6, by the way. Turn 6, by the way. Modeling. I know, right?
Most intriguing. All life must end.
Got him. Those famous I do have no hands analogies in the book. I do the analogy of a ship captain complaining about troubled waters, and basically the analogy is like when you like blame when you blame your bad luck, it's kind of like the equivalent of a ship captain like being like, oh, you know, it's not my fault that this happened. We ran into the Moby Dick, like, or we ran into a big storm. Like, your job as the ship captain is to sail the boat in tough situations. If it was just really easy, they could hire anybody, right? Iceberg came out of nowhere. So apparently there's some like Titanic conspiracy theory on the movie that Jack is actually a time traveler. I don't really remember the nuances of it, but I used to like reading all those fan theories. I don't know. Let me see the... Yeah. If you do a book signing, stop by Atlanta, Georgia. Chad, I was showing you guys the Chad, for those who weren't here earlier, which one do you like best? This is the first one. The second one. The third one. This is an AI one. It's got letters wrong. But it was so these first three aren't AI, but we'd have to add more to this, but it, what do you think? 1 or 3? 3. So the one has the GG thing, right? You know, we could even 3 is the best in my opinion. Like a Marvel logo. Yeah, I'm not sure I feel, I don't know. Yeah, this one, this might be just simple and good. aren't good. AGG, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I like the idea of the GG, but might be this is simple, but you like the I kind of like the paint splotching though.
Versus
My first impression.
VODs.
Chat's all over the place on it. Like the third one. Would you put anything else on the cover? We probably put some like text. Most book-like, yeah. Yeah, so we could put the paint splotch on the first one though. But yeah, I do feel like something about the first one feels too, but feels a little weird. Yeah, I might just give up on the GG idea. It's too, you know, it's like a cool idea, but like it just doesn't, it might be a little too much.
Won't be long now.
Maybe a quote from Pocket Train. Yeah, I asked Pocket Train if he wanted to read the book and give it a thumbs up, basically. You know, I interviewed Fury Hunter and Monsanto for it, and they're both very good interviews. I think the big thing that I added the book from Fury Hunter, I think, was like Fury Hunter is really good about using social networks to get better more efficiently, which is something I do poorly. But you look at like the top pros, they're all talking to each other and they're all like sharing information and learning faster. Largely because I just kind of show up and do do the stream. I'm not as like deep in the trenches. About confidence. I don't think I talked about confidence. In what context? Most important thing in rank? I know my philosophy is I would be completely in disagreement with you, Cork. Confidence would be more of a symptom, less than a cause. So confidence comes, my philosophy is go into things not feeling, so I have a whole chapter on failure, and a lot of it's like you need to go out and be willing to fail. And the confidence is like knowing I'm going to fail and then I'm going to figure things out, not that I'm going to get them right the first time. And also if you're feeling unconfident, like there's often a good reason, like you haven't really gotten your skills down, you know, like you've kind of started playing, you know, but you haven't, you know, really put in the time. So yeah, I completely disagree with that statement, basically.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Hit a high rank once. See, that's a very like, so I mean, so how does that help? So what do people take away from that? Oh, rank anxiety. Yeah. So one of the concepts is you always have to build on the rank anxiety. Okay. This is in the book somewhere, but it's like not, so what I have is like low stakes, medium stakes, and high stakes practice. This is the chapter on practicing. And the first time you do something basically of a highest stakes possible, you're going to feel anxiety. And so what I say in that situation is you actually don't reinvent the wheel. You don't do anything fancy. You do kind of, in that scenario, you do kind of what works basically. But you do what
Don't crack it.
you do what you know really well, and you don't step out of line. So, but yeah. So a large reason that you feel the rank anxiety is you're at the top end of your range and you don't really feel you're good enough. And here's the reality, you're not good enough. Like, so if you're like, let's say on average, you're a rank 500 level player, you're not always gonna be 500. Sometimes you're gonna be 300. So when you're at that 300, you're gonna feel a ton of anxiety because you feel this gap between like where your rank is and like your normalness, and you want to hold on to that confidence, and like accepting actually that you're not at that level yet is part of the way to give anxiety. Like, know that you're going to lose your rank because you're not at that level yet. But that seems like the opposite of like, you know, be confident, you know, like it's kind of like accept that you're not good enough yet, you know, which is okay. Insane. I'm not a doctor though, and it's not like, it's not a science book. It's, so a science book would be like, we did the research on top level performance. There are books out there like that. Mine is like the perspective of somebody who's actually gone out there and done it. A lot of the books that are written about this are somebody that like, they've never made it to the top, but they coach people, you know. And some of those books like I've read, like they're amazing. My book is like, okay, this is somebody who like actually does this and actually puts into practice, and it's less about like the highly like, oh, follow this 12-step protocol. That makes sense. So wait, hit my 4-6-4 here. Hey, that's annoying. Could be bad. Ah, crap, dude. They hit both good spells here? You gotta be joking me. See this bullshit, chat? That's some bullshit. Your brother lied to you, Chris Jonas. All right. First step is admitting you're bad at Hearthstone. Yeah, I don't know. I think confidence, like the obsession over confidence, is one of the biggest like symptom, not cause things. You know, even it's like people say with like dating, oh, be confident. You know what like helps you be confident is like when you're repeatedly having positive interactions with people you find sexually attractive, right? Even if it doesn't go anywhere, that's what makes you feel confident. When you're not getting that, but you're still confident, you become that delusional, annoying person who just like always has to like block things out, you know?
Are you a fan of knives?
Bad though. Oh god. I'm that delusional, annoying person. Oh my god. They're just like they're setting up for the lethal here. This is very bad. And like losing that counter spell was brutal too. Look at this setup. Yeah, they're doing everything. Ugh. So I can't kill off multiple ones here, right? What's my play here? I don't know. That no. I'm like so close, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
Yep, I'll get right on it.
Fight, maggot!
Yeah. Well, so the part of like the humility is saying you're not where you're at right now. Part of the reason, like the main reason to be confident is to get other people to invest in you. So if I go around all stream being like, oh, I'm so terrible at this game, I just don't get it, blah, 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 blah. I think we had lethal. I didn't see it. Can you tell me what it was? I had board space issues. I don't. What was the lethal? I don't think it was even close. Am I missing something? Never mind, I'm thick. By the way, we tapped into the 3-drop, so yeah. Okay. What was I gonna say? But if you go to like investors, right? You're trying to raise capital for your business, and you're like, you know, well, this might be a good business. Like you're not. Like you have to go into the investor. Like I have a business idea. I'm gonna make you all millionaires, right? Joe Brazic with 38 months. If you don't get on now, you're going to be left behind. You're going to be in the gutter begging for money because my business is going to take over. All right. You're a fool if you don't get it now. Like that sells. You know, and people act like it doesn't, but it's, invest. Yeah, like, dude, like Elizabeth Holmes. Did you guys see that stuff where she became like a billionaire on just pure delusion, right? And so then like Bernie Madoff, like, there's so many people, you know, that just completely sold something that was just literally like negative value through confidence, right? Like that's why to have confidence, you know. But confidence, that's what I like about her. Like playing a game is like you being confident isn't gonna actually make you win or lose, you know? This is bad, by the way. Misplaced. Nah, that would never happen, right? Side the bug.
Won't be long now.
What's an example of annoying confidence? It's more like sort of like when somebody has to like say like, oh, I'm so hot. You know, like so they have to like it actually comes off as insecure. But they like have to do these things like to act like they're better than other people. But it's really annoying. You know, like you know, Margot Robbie or Annabelle Arbus like don't need to go around, or Henry Cavill being like, I'm so attractive. Like they're told this all the time. They don't need to like they don't need to be like, oh, you know.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Ooh, we'll do this. Stream lag? Wait. You don't think so? Being unafraid to fail with being confident? Yeah. He's so beautiful it hurts. Yeah. Wait, oh, they're one off lethal here. Is there blah blah blah? Wait, I actually am hanging in there, NoHandsGamer here. I mean, like, faking or making is like, you, at the end of the day, like, there's a reason why people do these behaviors. Like, I just find them annoying. But like, I get it. Like, what I is, you know, I get why people will do these like delusional things because it works, you know?
Must destroy. Sever my wrath.
You guys just don't know the struggle. Yeah. It's more annoying when like somebody, you know, wants to be validated like they're, you know, the best player ever, or, you know, the hottest person ever, and you don't necessarily like, you don't say anything, and then they kind of like try to bully you into validating them. And you know, I've had people do this, and I'm literally thinking about somebody in Sex Cult who did this, and ended our friendship. It was really annoying. Yeah. But it's trying to manifest as confidence, but it doesn't actually come across as confident, but... Tell me I'm pretty, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that DVD. That's, yeah.
Go forth on swift wings. My heat
All right.
cannot be contained.
Sometimes, good chance I win here. It's actually more likely my face dies than my 2020 dies, right? Uh-oh. Not good. No! Bro! Son of a... So yeah, so that's why it's just like, I don't know, I just hate the... I kind of have the don't feel... like, confidence is like, just don't worry about it. Like, just go do the thing. And if you're very unconfident, let's say like you're very unconfident in your Hearthstone abilities. Well, does that stop you from queuing a game on ladder? No. You can just do it anyways, right? Like, you can be unconfident. There's nothing to lose, right? Now there's some things, there are things to lose, right? But so you don't need confidence for a huge amount of things in life, and you can build confidence in these things in life where your rank doesn't matter. That's the whole point, Zod. The rank is you holding on to your self-perception, because literally if you're not rank 1 legend, nobody cares. Like, if you go post a like a rank 8 legend thing with a meta deck, you get like 23 likes on Twitter, you know? It's only when you post like a rank 8 with a bait deck people care. But so like, people care. So if you're like rank 900, no one cares, right? You might care, but that's what I mean. It's like, you don't lose anything except what's in your own mind when your rank goes down. You don't lose anything actual and tangible. It's all in your mind. So
I'm not afraid of the dark. Everything's set to spoil.
Well, it's not that you don't. No, it's not that you don't matter, right? It's that the winning or losing isn't what's important. What's important is that you grow into an actual good player. So your rank, so it's kind of like your rank correlates with your skill level, right? But what you're actually focused on is getting better, not improving your rank. So the rank is like a signal that you are better, but it isn't actually you being better. So when you win or lose, it's a signal, but it doesn't actually change the objective fact of like your skill level. So because of that, you know your true skill level doesn't change from your rank going up or down, right? True skill. It's kind of like when your rank goes down because somebody passed you up, your relative rank this, but your actual MMR didn't change. So if you had like a true skill level, like if we could measure that, which isn't really a thing, right? But if we could measure your skill level, it wouldn't change, right? Now sometimes it would change because the meta changes, you know, but like that's my point.
Hoist the colors! Hoist the colors!
I cannot target that!
Hoist the colors!
And to follow!
Wouldn't doing layover be much better? No, because I get one less proc on the egg, so my eggs aren't as this. I get one more proc on the Eliza. That's not as important as getting the 20/20 down faster, right? 2 procs on Eliza is more than enough. I don't need an additional 1 damage when I'd rather have a 20/20 next turn.
Nice to meet you.
I think that ends it. Pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, we should double 20/20. We can beat silence, so we really should win all the time here. But the Hellfire makes it so like even their perfect hands here don't win. Like it's over. They can't get to the damage. Like their deck doesn't really have good ways to get through 20/20s. So.
Nice to meet you.
All right, ladies. Is chat being a big jerkwad over here?
And to Falator!
Won't be long now. Dread blades crave blood.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate! Mysterious sword, what is your wisdom?
Now this is treasure.
You watch series or movies? I mean, I watch series and movies. What's my favorite? I don't know, dude. I don't have like. That's like a specific, like, do you like this franchise? I'll answer those kind of questions. Alright. Alright. Hopefully not dead hands gamer chat. Dubious purchased.
Now this is
Chat, what I learned from Dreadeye's the Dreadeye situation is that tier lists are morally wrong, alright? Chat, all decks, movies and things are this equal, alright? Look. Chat, you know, like, that's why I think all these quests were great. They're just as strong as the other legendaries, right?
comes with.
Ragnaros versus Garrosh. My power is
Chad, I was really against the tier list until that I saw that I would happen to be on top of the tier list, and then I realized all these players gotta stop complaining. All right.
Get in there and fight, maggot! Operation. I grow weary.
Wow, chat. Chat, I'm like looking at my viewership and thinking, wow, my viewership is like so low. And then I like look on Hearthstone and it's like number 2 in Hearthstone. So it's my viewership is fine, it's just Hearthstone. Dude, it is a weird, dude, this is the lowest I've seen in like 3 years. You know? Pretty bad.
I remember this place well.
What? Why is it bad? It's a fish in a tiny pond. I really like this situation here. But whatever. Year and a half, yeah. I came back to the game. So ironically, Indigo, if you just came back to the game, it's fine. It's actually just for the people that like have been around. They keep on making like expansions that are kind of like duds. But if you just came back, it's like you get to play all the fun cards from the previous expansion. So, you know, in a way, it's great for you. It's just bad for people like me, you know. Blah, 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 blah.
8 combatants enter.
Bob Freezy boy, son of a Bob Freezy boy, chat. Kind of cute little play, right? Wait. I like this play. I have Umbra, so I can immediately like redevelop. What card doesn't have text? They all have text. In 100,000 years of the same meta.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts?
Put the price on such powerful blah blah blahs. Oh, signatures. What card is signature on the board? Got him. Yeah. I mean, that's what, like, I'm glad it's nice to hear this. So, you know, yeah. There's a lot of good things going on for Hearthstone. Like, that's also like why they can, you know, this is why I don't like whenever like the community is like really hating on certain cosmetics. And but the reality is like those cosmetics are when it enable them to be more generous with like card giving away, right? Because some people buy these pets. And if you buy the pet, like that's $160. They can like that might like supply 5 free-to-play players, you know, stuff like that. So bad on purpose. Yeah, that's also this interesting thing of like, you know, so I was saying, you know, when the Ragnarok skin came out, I feel like Jay was shitting on it, but like I was like a massive defender of the Ragnarok skin because it was fun and it was just like this thing of like, yeah, it's $60, but it's cool, it's new, and like the game's great right now. But yeah, there is that element of like human beings, you know, don't, you know, when the game is good, they're okay with it, but they might just have to take that like that PR hit, you know, emotionally, right? So. I've been seeing forgot like lots of other people say blah blah blah. I just do it all the time now, but other people will do little blah blah blahs in videos and stuff. So what's upsetting? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they have a financially good reason to do that. Like the reality is, they do that, people spend more money at the end of the day. You know.
Ragnarok!
Third of all classes.
Be mine. My power is unlimited.
That's true. I do it in a unique way. You have a dog? My parents are visiting, and they brought their dog, so I don't know if you can hear him in the background. I don't know, how big is Bobby Kotick net worth 2025? He's estimated to be 691 million. So he's not even a billionaire, chat, all right? Everyone's being like, "Oh, greedy Bobby." He's like, he's just like, you know, his kids are probably going to the same school as like Jeff Bezos's kids and Elon Musk's kids, and they just get laughed at, you know?
Keep on panning.
closer to a million. Yeah, dude. Bobby is like the equivalent of like people who are 5'10" and say they're 6 feet. You know, he's like, oh, I'm a billionaire. You know? You know, poor Bobby. You know, I'm so glad, you know, these cosmetics are probably helping out his stock options. Dude, I feel like Elon would do that kind of thing. Dude, it's kind of crazy just to think like, I thought about this of like when Elon bought Twitter, I thought this was really dumb. But then he could just to use it as his own like personal like propaganda thing just for himself. You know, and then it kind of seems like brilliant, you know? Like, if every time somebody says something bad about you, you just buy their company and get them fired. And you could just afford that, you know? You call it PoE? Yeah. Chat, like, you know what would be like great if I was rich enough to just like, you know, like be rank 1 legend, and Blizzard was like to do some way, and then if Blizzard called me out, I would like buy the company or I don't know. But he has the money, yeah. It's a good thing I'm just naturally rank 1 legend. Yeah. I'm kind of cooked here, chat. I keep not drawing, I don't know what to do here. I don't know, this place seems bad. Yeah. Every 3rd tweet. Funny that is. Rare egg, I know it. I think it's over here. I'm pretty dead here. You know what? There's no out here. I'm competing. Did you like Hearthstone during Bid Broad era? Yeah, that's when I got started.
Versus Arthas.
You will know endless torment. You face Mecha
During Bid Broad era, yeah. You liked that most? What are these questions? I started during Frozen Throne. But Ben Brode was around back then. So, I don't know. You know, like, I wonder if I could go in, like... Well, I could ask ChatGPT, give me a list of every Hearthstone expansion chronologically since Frozen Throne. And then we can do like a... So I started like... I got cards from Nax, but... Global Packets or Frodo? Wait, what? I don't know. I feel like I'm more of a Samwise Gamgee kind of fan. Frodo is like... You know, kind of is like... I don't really relate to Frodo very much. I relate to Sam more, you know? You know, I'm kind of, you know, a little chubby until I get out there, you know. All right. Knights of the Frozen Throne. I'm gonna give 7 out of 10. Kobolds and Catacombs, I'm gonna give 9 out of 10. Witchwood, I'm gonna give 4 out of 10. Boomsday Project, I'm gonna give 5 out of 10. Rostic and Rumble, we're gonna go 1 out of 10. Rise of Shadows, we're gonna give... They had Lackeys. Lackeys are fun. We'll give that a 7 out of 10. Saviors of Doom, we're gonna go 8 out of 10. Descent of Dragons, we're gonna go... we'll go 8 out of 10 on that one as well. Let's see, wait, Descent of Dragons. Okay, wait. Voyage to the Sunken... Wait. Where's, Wait, this list is missing, the whole year of Scholomance Academy. What the heck? Wait, it just skipped, 2020 and 2021. ChatGPT, what happened there, alright? That's annoying. Clearly a Bilbo? Yeah, I'm more of a Bilbo. I read The Hobbit. I read The Hobbit. I started reading The Fellowship of the Rings, but I didn't finish it. But then I did read both.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Let's just do this. Keep it simple, chat. Pretty good. Whatever, kill that jerkwad. Like, Bilbo's more of, you know, corruptible, but like adventuresome, you know. I more relate to Bilbo's speed.
Finally, I can rest in peace!
Why did they call the Eagles? But yeah. But I don't know. I feel like But I feel like the person in the Fellowship I'm most like is probably Gimli, you know? I don't know if you guys read the books, and they had it in the extended edition, but Gimli actually wins the contest between Legolas for killing the most orcs. I don't know if you guys knew that. Propaganda. Yeah, I saw some video. I watch all these like YouTube videos where they talk about like different books and stuff, and they basically made the argument that like the
Keep on panning.
the Lord of the Rings was a fluke, and that like it was right when like CGI was starting to be a thing, but it wasn't like this like thing where just everybody was just overusing CGI. So because of that, like you got an amazing movie where if it had been earlier, there wouldn't have been enough CGI. And if you had it like a year, like 5 years later, it would have been that like phase of movies where they just CGI'd everything because they would use, you know, actual horses and stuff like that. So you got this like period of time where you got this amazing movie that we might never get again. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy when like The Matrix turns out to be a documentary, because like we're already in the AI phase, right? And in that situation, remember, like the 90s is the peak of our civilization, because, you know,
versus Malfurion.
I must protect my mind. My power is unlimited.
Won't be long now.
Andrew Falador.
Keep on panning.
Don't cry.
I could get this down next turn. I'm not sure if that's correct. I think I'd rather have two of them.
Finally, I can rest in peace.
More aggro decks like Paladins, they keep destroying me turn 5. The short answer is tempo. When you have two 20/20s on turn 5, like or turn 6, you're gonna have to use Ultralisk Caverns and Hellfire to stop their early aggression, but it's just tempo is the high level concept that you're missing. If you watch the difference between me and you, it's like your eggs come down way too late. You're too slow.
Now this is living.
Seems good.
My hand is too full.
So imagine if you're up against a Murloc Paladin. They've got you down to 8 life, but then you put 5 20/20s on the board. You'd be like, how do we win against the Murlocs? I just don't understand. Hi ZK, thank you for the prime. How do you deal with your beautiful face? It's destroying me at 5 a.m. I don't know, dude. Please don't. This deck is so fun to watch. I'm glad. Maybe we'll just play Egg Paladin, Egg Warlock. You know, we were playing Quest Warlock earlier. Will we ever beat the Murlocs? You ever ask if one of your viewers could be hot as you are? I don't ask for the impossible, Costa Flip. Their moms, on the other hand, it's already happened. All right, I've confirmed it. Would you mulligan Ultraless Cavern? You would keep against Paladin. Hellfire you still don't keep. But you would definitely keep Ultraless Cavern against. But I don't keep Ultraless Cavern like in the mirror, for example. You definitely. I wouldn't keep Ultraless Cavern against like Death Knight. But yeah, it's actually probably as important as to keep. Just to gauge your response.
Jaraxis versus Scarlet.
The unholy fester.
You face Mechajaraxis!
Welcome to the crew.
I just said I wouldn't keep this card, so I love Kitty literally for 7 mods. This internet is the internet. But yeah, you really Nidus Worm, you might keep on coin because then you can play Ultralisk on 3, but against Paladin, like you really don't want to be
to the crew.
like keeping Nidus to play it on 3 and then play Ultralisk on 4. It's a little. Ooh, Chad, but this is what we call in the industry El Natos.
Keep on banning.
Keep on banning. What can I substitute egg for this deck?
Remember this place well.
You could try second. So for baking, you could try unsweetened applesauce, mashed banana. They said flaxseed. For pancakes, you can do like vinegar plus baking soda. So that's what I would recommend, depending, you know.
Destroy.
River Croc, yeah. Any matchups where Eliza is needed? I mean, Eliza is insanely good in any value matchup. She's bad against hyper aggression. She's like kind of bad.
Remember this place well.
She's like actually good against Course Work if you have Egg on 3 and Quest on Eliza on 4. But she's like bad against hyper aggro, like something like Demon Hunter. You just don't have the tempo to play her, both her and Egg. But what's nice about her is then like you can trade things off and you can get better Arch Druids, you can get better Dark Morrows, so it's much easier to get like a board full of eggs, and that's just too much for control decks to deal with. So she's insanely good in those matchups, basically. Aggressive text, any tips? Ultraless Cavern is your best friend. A lot of aggressive matchups, if you go Ultralisk on 2 with Coin, and then you go Consume on 3, and then you go Dark Morrow, plus you get 2 8/8s, that's enough to win the game in a lot of situations. So, not all situations, but a lot of them.
By tooth and claw! By tooth and claw! Welcome to the crew.
Wait, that was dumb. I should just... Why did I do this? I don't know. I should have just played her and then killed this and got another 2020. Hey, I so dumb of me. It cost me the game here. But yeah, so against like Pain Demon Hunter, like Egg is often even a bait play. It's really you win with Ultraless Caverns.
Talk, little Death Knight.
Must destroy. Get in there and fight, maggot! Get in there and fight, maggot!
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, they can clear both of the like a cool play, to be honest. Wait, what was the
Welcome to the crew.
Vlad the Impaler every 9 months? Wait, son of a wait.
Talk, little Death Knight.
Lethal. Get on that hype train. Oh, we got a hype train. That's true. Chad, you guys seeing this like Hassan controversy? You want to talk about that? It's all over Twitter and Reddit today. Dude, that's why it's so good that controversy. No, I really don't know. I don't know. It does seem something like really like weird about shocking. Like you have your dog, like you're acting like you're this like, oh, this cool person with a nice dog, and every time the dog gets out, you shock it. Like even if it was just like a vibration and it doesn't hurt the dog that much, it still just seems like a little weird. But yeah. It's just something about like this like very much like using your dog, because like the dog is supposed to be this like really authentic human connection that like humanizes you, but that's how it's so messed up, you know. You know, chat, like I would never use the doggy for the views, right? The doggy. Anyways. uh, really lied to me. Good. Don't think it really was a shot collar. I don't know. It's yeah. He must not care about training your dog. Chad, you know, is it kind of like what they say, spare the shot collar, spoil the child? That's what the people did 150 years ago, right? Spare the rod, spare the shot collar.
I must protect the wild. My power is unlimited.
Yeah. Why have a pet? I mean, the answer is very obviously is that he's doing it to like humanize himself to make it for views, but like that's the irony of it. It reminds me. Okay, so I worked. Okay, I worked at a particular fast food restaurant. I could tell you, but I don't know. I'm not going to. And it was like an upscale fast food restaurant. You can guess what it is. I'll tell you. And they had a recycling bin for bottles. And at the end of every day, like I would take the bottles, like this is what they told me. Yeah, it was Panera, and put it in the trash. So it's like they're creating this aura, like we're this like highly moral, like one with nature, but then they're doing the opposite. You know, that's what's like. My brother worked there, yeah. I know that they're doing really badly now, because they're like they stopped making their own bread. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah. I also, well, it's like the paradox. So I also know a company that they had this thing where they said voted. It was like something's list top most ethical companies, and then we found out like they paid to be on this list of like ethical companies. So the irony is like bribing your way in. This is like it really happened, like bribing your way in to like seeming ethical. That's what it kind of seems like, you know. Coincidence? That's a good point. Who's Haji Fur?
Eight combatants enter, and I take the crown.
Okay. Do I go? So I can get the 2020 this turn, chat. I go abusive, corpsicle, conflagrate, and then I can go coin Umbra the next turn. That's kind of good because I get the 2020 right now. But I also can go Dark Morrow, abusive, and then I kind of like the Dark Morrow play better. I don't know. I don't know what's best. This is more my style. I can go Hellfire now or Eternal Layover, and next turn it's infinite 2020s, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, and wait.
Sever my wrath!
Yeah, I know. And also like on the reminds me of Chad, you ever like the Che Guevara, like all the Che Guevara merchandise. You know, everyone talks about this. Like I'm not like like the one person who come up with this take, but you know the irony of he like fights his whole life destroying capitalism, and at the end like capitalism makes all this money off of him. You know.
I concede to you.
Robin, how dare you? Dude, it's why capitalism always wins. It's like, oh, you know, you buy our $30 t-shirts that say "Viva la Revolucion," you know. Wait, that's Mexico. I don't know. That's not Cuba. I was getting my revolution movements mixed up. Reaching this, I don't know. I have like it's nothing to talk about. I'm not like I'm not like don't I don't have a dog in this fight, you know. I just like drama, chat. Chat, the drama distracts me from the fact that my game is dying, you know? And so UBI. Chat, sometimes I think it'd be like just like, you know, until you get canceled, like, you know, just like to have no nuance and just like have these like all or nothing takes, yeah, and just feel all righteous about it, you know, like.
Ragnaros versus Valera.
I never turned down a good
Bourgeois. No, I don't get my dog. My dog's just visiting. Yeah, you just shouldn't have a dog then. If you have to like shock your dog into the frame, just like don't have a dog. But he's obviously has the dog to have it in the frame, you know? That dog is basically has a job.
choose soon.
It was for himself originally. And he, you know,
Won't be long now.
that would be, wait.
Won't be long now.
Kiki. Yeah, like it's just like I think if I were a dog, like what I really want to be like that's a big freaking dog, chat, and it's just hanging in this like little corner, you know. I know I could not get my dog to do that, you know.
This treasure ain't fit for our pirate.
Now this is treasure.
Pleasure of thought.
Now this is treasure.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
Not good.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate.
Could really use a consume here. Anyways, that's something. I don't know. Is there anything else in the world, like other than like the actual, like you know, political chaos, but more like more like the drama. Is there anything else going on in the world that's fun and exciting to talk about? I don't know. I don't go on the social medias as much anymore because they've like, I don't know. Wait, son of a. Not good. Can I draw? Please draw consume. Okay, consume, 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 consume. Yeah. I feel like I have to hit consume here. So we'll just take eat the imp, and I could go dark marrow, but I'd rather just try to hit consume. I guess I could go eternal layover here as well, but I really want to just hit consume. All right, I think we roll again for consume. Oh god. I think I'm better off going for consume here than for How am I just hard bricking here? Holy crap, chat. No. Alright, Alright. Okay. I have to hope this is like one off. Son of a. Dude, we dodge consume so many outs. I mean, chat, what? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like what actually happens here, like, you know, really, it's just like he'll. I don't know. I think I've like just become immune emotionally, like to controversy outside of my circle of control. So now it's just like I feel like people care about this stuff now for like a week, and then it just goes away. You think this deck? Maybe. I don't know. Is there a win condition? You bring Umber back. We've won many times when our egg gets silenced. It's harder. We'd much rather egg not get silenced. Yeah. Like.
Won't be long now.
Eggs. Docking, no hands. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, it is sad to see because you know I know Hassan and I both agree that being a streamer is the hardest job out there. So, you know, don't know if this is a good play, but it's what I'm doing. This hard time, but like being like a overwater welder is like an incredibly easy job in comparison, all right? But I gotta admit, like underwater, you know, sometimes the water's cold. I get it, you know.
Hoist the colors! Don't crack it!
I grow weary.
Wait, ooh, I can get I can get I can get egg down this turn now. Or I mean the ultra egg.
Hoist the colors!
Go again then.
I remember this place well.
So I don't know. What am I supposed to do here, chat?
Must destroy.
Hoist the colors!
This is way less depressing. I don't know.
8 combatant centers, and I take the crown.
With the pirate, instead of trading, it's more net damage to go face instead of trading. It's 6 damage face. These minions are not important, basically. So.
Finally, I can rest in peace.
It might have lethal though. Let's see if they get it. That's some BS. I know, right? Chat, OTK decks ruining the game once again.
Ragnaros versus Ragnaros!
You will fuel me.
Go, chat. Interesting. We'll keep a Hellfire here. See, you know, I get behind that with Dargo, but they'd probably be into it, you know? At least some of them.
Won't be long now.
Our hand's very good here.
I found a sea urchin.
library boy. Oh, chat, anyone see that? The signature one too. Nice librarian you got there. Would be a shame.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
No charge. It's got to be a win here, I feel like. Is concerning. He goes away. Let me see if I can close some stuff. I mean, it's over there. But he lost his silence, so. Me. 1 second, chat. My computer's making some weird noises. I'm gonna stop recording here. Dude, I really need to buy a new computer. This is a sign. I would just restart, but maybe it's a sign I should just end the stream, chat. You guys hear that? Hello, ho. You hear that in the background? I don't know. All right. I'm just gonna hope it goes away. Upgraded, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. But if I don't get a game soon, I might just call the stream. This noise is really annoying. I mean, this doesn't seem like a Windows problem. Seems like a hardware problem.
Mecha Jaraxxus versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. You face Mechajaraxxus.
Do I have Windows 10 or do I have Windows 11? Well, I have Windows 11, so that's not the problem. My driver's up to date. I don't know how to fix them. I mean, I've had some driver issues, but I like don't know how to update them. I don't know without doing it myself. like it doesn't automatically update them, so that's why I'm just thinking. Maybe I really need to.
They'll find treasure in the vast desert. Better make a good impression. Useful things, eager to share.
So good.
And to Falator!
All right. We have Eternal Layover, full clear. Drain Soul, it's over. And we have silence insurance here now, so we don't even lose the silence.
Nice to meet you.
It's annoying though. I'd rather save this. The layover for later. Now I hit two. I don't know. Fine.
Fight, maggot!
Almost out of time.
I think I have a full clear here now. Do I now?
Must destroy. Almost out of time.
I found a sea urchin.
Almost out of time. I salute you.
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
This is awkward. Or like I have board space issues, so I can't actually get the lethal here. I get the lethal now. Alright, can they beat this?
Find another
Ooh, they could hit a blizzard here. That'd be annoying. Oh no! A single one of my 2020s.
found a sea urchin.
Or they're gonna just freeze another one. Nice play. Now I can only deal 60 damage.
Almost out of time.
Like, the fact that they got 3 of them frozen is pretty impressive here. And they're still gonna lose, but like, this turn, but... You know, they put up a good fight.